And good morning to you and yours, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network. An early start for the VSLL, Vieira Suntree Little League Junior All-Stars, this morning from Broadway, Virginia. While we wait for the stream to come up, we'll get you set with the lineup and talk about what's been going on. The VSLL Junior League All-Stars are 14-1 coming into today's game in district, state, sectional, and southeast region play. Now, they fell yesterday to Virginia 8-1, so that puts them in the precarious position of having a must-win today. They must win today. If they don't win today, they will be on their way back to Vieira. If they do win today, which I have all the confidence in the world that they will advance to play at 3 o'clock and get a team that they are extremely familiar with.
Sounds like it's coming through the...
Coming through there?
Yep.
Okay, well, let's just unplug and then re-plug it up. All right. You can still hear me, though, right?
Yes,
okay.
I can still hear you either way.
Okay, right? Yeah, that's fine. How's that? Testing the audio, making sure everything works. So they will play today against McDowell Little League out of North Carolina. So they're going to play McDowell Little League out of North Carolina today. So very excited for them. Just get me a regular connector. McDowell Little League, who won 7-6 in their only game. Yesterday, even though they didn't get the win yesterday, Vieira Suntree Little League, the big play yesterday. How about this triple play turned by Mr. Jensen yesterday? Brady Jensen, diving catch there at second base, flips to Nick Cunningham, who fires over to Brady Kearns for the triple play. So that was an awesome deal. Even though they didn't get the win. A lot of you are inquiring about where they're playing at. They're playing in Broadway, Virginia. And if you want to know where Broadway, Virginia is, it's off of I-81 in sort of the northwestern part of the state. There you see Morgantown, West Virginia, up in your upper left, and Charlottesville. Not far from Charlottesville, Virginia, is where they are. The temperature there today, beautiful 83 degrees. Feels like 88 there. So it'll be a warm one there, but obviously not anything our boys from right here in the Sunshine State aren't used to. Once again, the winner today will advance to play at 3 o'clock, and they're going to play South Carolina, whoever wins this game. South Carolina won earlier 17-2. Now, there's familiarity there. Once Vieira Suntree wins today, because they played South Carolina in the opening game on Friday and beat them 7-6 in their final at bat. In fact, they led for most of that game, and then South Carolina fought their way back into it and tied it up, and then Vieira Suntree Little League won in their final at bat. Let's take a look at the lineup for today. There is Coach Galuzzi's lineup. Leading off and playing second base will be the aforementioned triple play man himself, Brady Jensen. Batting second and playing center field, Derek Galuzzi. Batting third and playing shortstop today, Brody Vogel. Batting fourth and doing the pitching is going to be Dom Delgado. Batting fifth and doing the catching will be Blaine Werkheiser. Caden Doherty will bat sixth and play third base. Owen Staharczyk will bat seventh and play first base. Nick Cunningham gets the start in right field today. Mr. Versatility, play anywhere you put him out there in right field. And Kean Crockett gets the start. Kean, of course, missed the state championship, and he is back in full swing today. And Kean will be in left field. We are awaiting Todd Werkheiser to get us connected on the stream. And the stream is up, and it looks like we are about to be a go. So why don't we go ahead and at least get over to that? And there we are. Once again from Broadway, Virginia, as they announce the entire roster. Cammy Potts there, Nate Burris, Al Rashi. We gave you the starting lineup. Today the subs will be Cammy Potts, Zach Al Rashi, Nathan Burrs, Luca Bon Jovi, Brady Kearns. Of course, the manager is Nick Galuzzi. The coaches are David Jensen and Jake Vogel. So if you're just joining us, a lot on the line today. A lot on the line. The winner advances to play at 3 o'clock. The loser will be done here today. McDowell Little League is out of Marion, North Carolina. Beautiful day for baseball in Broadway. 83 degrees, a warm one for their standards up there in the northwest part of the state. Beautiful look into the mountains. Broadway just off of I-81. And again, the winner today will advance to play South Carolina at 3 o'clock, who won 17-2 this morning. And, of course, we were just discussing how Florida already has a win over South Carolina. So if Vieira Suntree Little League can win this game, keep your eye on those comments because, yep, I got you. Yep. Please do not click on any other stream that should pop up with the link because it's a scam. They want your credit card information, and that's it. They deliver no broadcast. Just us and Todd Werkheiser. I am pretty tickled with myself because I was able to get whatever that thing was bouncing on the bottom of the screen yesterday to stop. Now, if I could just get rid of these darn emojis that keep popping up on the bottom of the screen, the like, the thumb. Yeah, I got you. As the lineups are introduced once again, if you're just joining us, there is the Beer Suntree Little League lineup. And this is how they'll stack up out in the field. Now, uh, Nick Galuzzi, the manager, won the toss in every game in the state tournament, and he won the toss in the first two games as the national anthem gets set to play. He won the toss in every game so far in this tournament. So for 6 straight games, he had won the toss and was the home team. So I don't know what happened here this morning so far, but we'll quickly find out. There's a look at the defensive alignment today. Crockett, Galuzzi, and Cunningham from left to right. From third to first, Doherty, Vogel, Jensen, and Staharzik. Werkheiser behind the plate, and on the mound is Dom Delgado. As they're doing the Little League pledge. What a summer it's been for the Vieira Suntree Little League All-Stars. 14-1 in district, state, sectional, and southeast region play. Their lone loss came yesterday as manager Nick Galuzzi unfortunately limps up to the plate there. North Carolina's in orange today. When I think of North Carolina, I don't think of orange. Yeah, right. And that's exactly what color I made them on the scoreboard today. The Tar Heel blue. So I definitely don't do that. But what do I know? Yeah, Tennessee, exactly. When I think orange, I think Rocky Top. Oh, no, that thing is bouncing. I got to get rid of that thing. Take a look at the lineup while the managers exchange lineup cards and let me get rid of this bouncy thing. That'll drive me crazy for 2 games today if I don't get rid of that. There we go. I think I got rid of it. Kind of a neat concept here to be able to pick this stream up and broadcast up to Virginia. I mean, it's just wild to me that we can do this. But technology lets you do a lot of things which has given us some pretty good ideas for the upcoming high school football season. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. What a beautiful looking backdrop that is there in Broadway, Virginia. Once again, that's where Broadway is. There's Shenandoah National Park. If you've ever been up that way, I actually had the good fortune to live in Harrisonburg, Virginia, which is right there, for about 6 months. It was a quick stop on my way to North Carolina and complete some training in the industry that I happened to be in at the time. But I mean, I loved living there for 6 months. I don't know that I could have lived there much longer than that. It's just not a lot to do. I'm not a skier. So all these comments, see them? All right. Yeah, they are out in force. That is for sure. Once again, please do not click on any of those links that pop up in the comment section. Literally, when I took a look 2 days ago, 3 days ago, I took a look at the band list from Brevard Sports Network. It literally has 600 banned people on it, and all of those people are from. You can't because we do block them. Each and every one of them that we block, and they create new profiles and they come back. And so, when I was looking at the blocked list, there was over 600 people on it, and it really is incredible. All right, so it looks like we've got already stream signals. The broadcast is waiting for a signal. It should resume shortly. It says so. We will. Let's take a look while we wait for the broadcast at Brady Jensen's triple play again yesterday. And a beaut that was as we wait for the game to get started. And again, if this is your first time joining us on the broadcast, these broadcast interruptions have been occurring, um, I wouldn't say with frequency, but I would say they are definitely occurring. And what we have been doing is we are staying with it. We don't end the stream and come back. What we do instead is we will wait it out and we rejoin the stream because we don't want to create 50 million lives on the page because every time we do that, those of you that follow Brevard Sports Network get a notification, and I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be happy with us. I wouldn't be happy with us. Yep. All right. Where are we at here? Come on, let's get it up. All right. Right now, there is no stream on the page, so waiting for Todd to bring the stream back. So, stream difficulty, stand by. As we continue to refresh the page here. Yeah, Michelle, I do think it could be because of the music. I think they may be cutting that off when that music plays. It definitely seemed to happen every time. I don't think it's a coincidence, and I agree with you. Game is starting now. Yeah, we just don't have the stream up. So, yeah, I don't see the stream yet. It's coming. The stream is down. because I know that's happened to us at O'Galley a couple of times. Mandy, I know you remember that game. If Mandy Goodale's still watching, we had our stream interrupted about 6 times where people were booted off of it. Here we go. Now he's got it back, except he's sideways. And now here we go. Okay. Here we go. And no, I think he has to. Well, I think he's ending that stream. I think that's just another stream. But I tell you what, I give Todd credit here. Todd has fought and fought and fought this thing since Friday, and he has done a terrific job at fighting it. And here we go. So Vieira Suntree Little League is the visitors for the first time in the tournament. As doesn't look like we missed anything. Brady Jensen steps in. Ball one to Brady Jensen. Let me get the graphic off the screen here so you can watch as well. So there's Jensen. Let's get the scoreboard on. Three balls and no strikes to Jensen. Look, we will take that little fence thing. That'll be a strike. We'll take that little fence thing there in the right hand corner as long as we get the stream. The 3-1 to Jensen. And Jensen fouls it off. And the count is full at 3-2. Full count's not a bad thing in tournaments like this, especially on the third day of these tournaments when pitch counts really begin to come into focus and play. 95 is the limit. And that is fouled off as well. Count will remain at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jensen again yesterday with the Brevard Sports Network Play of the Day Part 2. Xavier Corbin out of Rockledge, our first one. Jensen, our second one. Couldn't pick just one, had to give them both. The 3-2, and Jensen with a shot up to the second baseman, and the second baseman bobbles, but gets it up to Jensen in time for out number one. And that'll bring up Derek Galuzzi, the center fielder. Galuzzi, a left-handed batter. On deck is Brody Vogel. That'll catch the outside corner for strike one to Galuzzi. Galuzzi, a count worker. He goes full a lot. That'll be outside for ball one. And 1 ball and 1 strike. Now, when that stream goes in and out of focus, that's the signal beginning to lag, but it quickly comes back inside for ball 2. Galuzzi knows his pitch. And Galuzzi gets into one into left center. That ball's going to go to the wall. Galuzzi around first, on his way to second. And Derek Galuzzi's going to hustle to third. Up with it. The cutoff man fires the third. Galuzzi is safe, apparently. Nice play by Galuzzi. So a triple by Derek Galuzzi. I believe. I didn't see a signal. He's good. Okay. Okay. All right. Where's that? Between innings, we're going to pull that stream up, too. Yeah, we're going to pull that stream up, too. We'll have two streams to go with. Somebody from McDowell's watching and sends me a lineup as Brody Vogel steps in. Runner at first, one out here. Vieira Suntree Little League threatening here in the top of the first. It's weird to say Vieira Suntree Little League in the top of the first. And Vogel with a shot to the shortstop, and Galuzzi will score the first Vieira run of the game. So Brody Vogel with a sacrifice RBI. 2 outs. 1 in. As the pitcher steps in, Dom Delgado. Just missed. But a ball. High and inside, ball 2. North Carolina comes in at 1-1 in the tournament. The winner will advance to play immediately at 3 o'clock against South Carolina. Low and inside, ball 3. So 3-0 to Delgado. Pull up a chair. The 3-0. And umpire gives him one. Strike one. 3 balls and 1 strike to Dom. Delgado with a nice piece of hitting, but lines out to the first baseman. But Vieira Suntree Little League off the triple of Derek Galuzzi and the sacrifice by Vogel lead it 1-0. on top. All right, so we had a little technical difficulties with the sound. And we apologize there, but we kept you up with the scoreboard so you were able to watch that there. So got it fixed. We're good. That's an in studio thing. So Delgado strikes out 2 out of 3 and gets a ground ball out or a pop up out as well as we head to the top of the second. Don't mute that thing anymore. I know I did it, but don't mute it anymore the rest of the day. Because I forget, I forget, and then I can't find the button, and I don't look for the button, and I don't know. But at least we were, keeping the scoreboard up. So our apologies there. Blaine Werkheiser steps in. Blaine with a sweet swing. I really like Blaine's swing. He gets those arms out. One and 0 to Blaine. Top of the second, 1-0 Mirror Suntree Little League. Derek Galuzzi with a triple. And he would score on a Brody Vogel ground out. High and inside for ball 2. 2-0 to Blaine. Scheduled up this inning is Werkheiser, Doherty, and Staharzik. 5, 6, and 7. The off-speed pitch drops in for strike one on Blaine. Three and one now. That'll, catch the inside corner there for strike two. So the count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. This is the third full count the pitcher has gone to in this one. Here's the pitch. Hit him. So the leadoff runner is on. And that'll bring up Caden Doherty. Doherty has had one whale of a tournament, especially on the hill. See if they try to bunt here. And they do. Doherty squares, and Danny Graham takes a peek over and then throws over to first. Back in time is Blaine Werkheiser. Nobody out here. Top of the second. 1-0. Vera Suntree Little League leads it. Doherty squares the bunt again, and Werkheiser he stole that base. Werkheiser was shot out of a cannon coming off of first base there. He was half, the catcher thought about it for a split second, and Werkheiser with the stolen base. So Vieira Suntree, Little League, doing what they do best, aggressive base running, and the count to Doherty is 2-0 here. Doherty swings and misses, 2-1. 1-1. That's a strike. So it's now 1-2 to Doherty. You see the scoreboard there on the right side of your screen, perfectly set ball and strike in case I miss it here. Doherty fouls that pitch off, and it'll remain at a ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out. The runner at second is Blaine Werkheiser. A do or die game for both of these teams. The winner will play at 3. The loser will be on their way back home. Blaine back in time, and the winner will play South Carolina. Advantage Vieira there already, right? Because already a 7-6 win over the Palmetto State. As Doherty swings and I guess fouls it off. Yeah, he does. So battling. He's battling. Once again, we've got other stream running here today. So if anything happens here, we'll switch over to that one. Pitch, the curveball, and again, Doherty fouls it off. He's a battler. Another foul off. And all this does is run up pitch count, run up pitch count, run up pitch count. We saw a similar at-bat in the state championship game by Dom Delgado that eventually led to a hit and a big run for Vieira Suntree Little League. That was in the game in which they trailed 9-3, and Delgado, I mean, it was a 15-16 pitch at bat. And this time, Doherty gets one straight up the middle for a base hit. Werkheiser around third. Here's the throw. Airmailed over the catcher and down the second base goes Doherty on the throwing error. And Vieira Suntree Little League leads it 2-0. And that'll bring up the left-handed bat of Owen Staharczyk. Any comments I need to answer? No? Okay. We're an interactive broadcast, so feel free to jump in. Pitch, ground ball back to the pitcher, and because that's on the left side of the mound, right side facing, he will advance the runner to third. The pitcher could not turn and fire in time, and that'll be 1 out there, and that'll bring up Nick Cunningham. So Staharczyk gets the runner over to third, and Vieira with 1 out and a runner at third with 1 in. And if I'm nitpicking about anything that they could have done better in these games, state championship and this one, it is that they've left too many runners on base, at times. And I think we've seen that. And I thought it really come back to haunt them against South Carolina because twice they left the bases loaded in that game. So You got to get these runs in, that's for sure. Especially when they're down at third, 2-0 to Cunningham. Pitch bounces, and it's 3-0. I think the pitcher, a lot of times as a pitcher when you're out there and it's an error committed like that or something like, you saw the catcher put his arms in the air. You got to keep, even at this age, you got to keep your composure. You can't start getting upset with your teammates. That ball is popped up, or I'm sorry, on the ground, and it will score a run. Looked like it was popped up, and it will score the third Vieira run. My apologies there. So Vieira doing what it takes to get the runs in. 2 runs scored in this one on sacrifices. You'll take it as it's 3-0. Now 2 outs here in the inning. And the batter is Kean Crockett. Now, we haven't seen Kean a lot. He didn't play in the state championship tournament. I believe he was hurt, injured. And so Kean back and ready to go. He's out in left field today. Yeah, he did. Got a couple hits, yeah. Crockett swings and misses. Nobody on. But 2 in the inning. High and inside. And it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, 2 in. Boy, deuces are really wild. And here's the pitch to Crockett, and Crockett lines one, or grounds one foul, I should say. That bat, when that ball comes off the bat, that thing looked like it was popped up to me. It's still bothering me. Graham swung on, and they'll have to go to third base to get it, and they do, and that'll be the final out here in the top of the second inning. But Vieira Suntree Little League brings 2 runs across the plate, and through 1.5, they lead it 2-0. All right, let's take a look at a little bit of BSN by the numbers here. This team has been absolutely incredible throughout tournament play. 14-1 coming into this game. 14-1. Amazing run by Vieira Suntree Little League.
John Park says North Carolina pitcher is at
44 pitchers for the North Carolina pitcher. Okay, so he is nearly halfway home. 95 is the limit if he hasn't thrown already in the tournament. All right, number 8 steps in for McDowell, Little League out of North Carolina. Bottom of the second. It's because I already know and feel that we're going to be doing 2 games here today. Caleb and I are going to do the old broadcast in the broadcast booth thing where I'll do 2 innings, he'll do 2 innings. So that's how we'll work it because we know we're going twice today. Here's the pitch, and that'll be a ball low, apparently. And that one's in the dirt, 2-0. The 2-0. That's a strike at the knees right there. 2-1. South Carolina won 17-2 in the 9 o'clock this morning game. 10-run rule game. 15-run rule game. Back slow roller back to Delgado. And he will get out number 1 here in the bottom of the second inning. Isaac Randall steps in, number 25 for McDowell. Big young man. See if he's got a big bat here. Delgado's first offering, right down I-81, strike 1. That ball will bounce back to Delgado off of Werkheiser. And the count will be at a ball and a strike. Bottom of the second, 3-0. Vieira Suntree Little League on top. And you gotta love the way they're getting those runs here today because a couple of sack RBIs, and base hit. So swung on and missed for strike 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Randall. There's a slow chopper. Delgado's got to hurry. Does he get him? He does indeed. Nice play off the bump by Delgado. Fires down to Staharczyk, and that is out. Number 2 in the bottom of the second inning. Missed his name, but number 16 steps in, a tall young man. I don't think I've seen a left-handed batter step in yet for North Carolina. This young man is tall. Here's the pitch. And he first pitch swinging, pops it up, and that'll do it. An easy 1, 2, 3 inning for Dom Delgado as we get set to head to the top of inning number 3. It is 3-0. Vieira.
Hey everybody, Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. For the best in local Space Coast sports coverage, log on to Facebook and follow us at Brevard Sports Network. If you're looking for top-notch youth, high school, and college coverage, once again, Brevard Sports Network on Facebook. You'll see interviews, broadcasts, game previews, game recaps. You'll see it all. Once again, Brevard Sports Network on Facebook.
All right, welcome back here to the Brevard Sports Network studios. Alan Slaughter-Zinski with you. And so 3-0 through 3 here as North Carolina takes the field in the top of the third inning. So far, Vieira Suntree Little League with a couple of sack runs. Getting it done the Vera Suntree Little League way, stealing bases, advancing runners, and taking advantage of opportunities. We get set to head to the top of the third. I will hand it over to my broadcast partner, my right-hand man, Caleb Brown.
All right, thank you, Alan. Here we go. Top of the third, Vieira up 3-0. Coming into this inning, the North Carolina pitcher is at 44 pitches. Wind up and tried to lay that bunt down was Brady Jensen, but that will go foul for strike one. Pitch, and that one will be roped out to left field, where it will be ripped foul. Jensen now with an 0-2 count. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. Jensen doing his best Bee Gees impression. That ball high for ball one. Yes, again, big thank you to John Park for the information. We greatly appreciate it. And we're having signal issues. We're going to go ahead and jump on over. Jump on over while Todd Werkheiser gets his back. I believe we're still at a 1-2 count here. And sits, awaits the pitch. That one high for ball two. All tied up at 2 in the count. No outs. Two, and that one will be fouled off. And again, he's just battling and taking up pitch count at this point. He is just eating pitches. And, you know, that's what Suntree Vera is good at. They're good at eating pitches and getting those starters off the mound, testing bullpens of their opponents. And that one will be popped up to left center field. And will be caught for the out, so that is out number one. Next up to bat, number 24, Derek Galuzzi. This stream is courtesy of McDowell Little League. Pitch. Strike one. Galuzzi tripled his first time up and scored. Count is 2-1. That ball low. 3-1. And that one will be a called strike two. Full count here, 1 out for Galuzzi. And that one will be ball four. Galuzzi finds his way on to first base. Next up to bat, number 4, Brody Vogel. We're going to go ahead and... Yep. All right, so in between innings, we're going to switch back over to Todd's stream. Yep. And a bunt attempt, and the attempt to second by Galuzzi. He is safe. The ball gets away, and so Century Vieira doing what they're good at: small balls, swiping bases, bunting. So Galuzzi now on second. Top of 3, 1 out. And the pitch. That one will be taken for a ball. That one will be fouled off. 1-2. Again, Galuzzi swiped second after getting walked. Vogel looking to bring him in here. That one will be low. Ball 2. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and it's 2 outs now for Century Vieira. Coming up to bat next, number 2, Dom Delgado. Delgado looks at that first pitch. Okay. Switching back over to Mr. Werkheiser's stream. I am back. Delgado now on third. Or Galuzzi on third. And Delgado will make his way to first base on the four ball walk. Next up to bat for Vieira Suntry, number 5, Blaine Werkgeiser. And there's going to be a meeting on the mound, and I believe we're going to be seeing a change at the mound now. While there's the change in the mound, we're going to switch back to we're going to take a look at Mr. Werkgeiser's stream.
See if he's back. He is. So I don't know where we are.
This is still the end of Dom Delgado's.
Oh, still the end of Delgado's at bat.
Oh.
Okay, now we're up.
Yep.
Okay. These streams are,
When you're switching from one stream to another, sometimes it takes the other stream a second to catch back up, and that's what happens. So, I believe a new pitcher on the mound for North Carolina in the Blaine Werkgeiser at the plate, and that one
hit again,
second time he's hit, and the bases are now loaded for Suntry Vieira with 2 outs. And the catcher is being checked on now. Sure hope that young man's okay. I think the ball ricocheted off the bat and may have gotten him. He keeps looking at his arm. Little butterfly into the picture. So it looks like we're going to get a new catcher here for North Carolina. And so with a new catcher, we'll see. Again, when the screen kind of goes blurry like that, it's just due to the signal battle that we've been fighting all weekend. Bases loaded, 2 outs here for Suntry Vieira. This is another big test for them because, as we saw against South Carolina, they loaded the bases twice and couldn't bring the necessary runners home. They are up 3-0 at the moment, but this will be a big at bat here for Werkgeiser. Winner will face South Carolina at 3 p.m. Like to thank everyone for watching here on the Brevard Sports Network. I'd like to thank Todd Werkheiser for everything he's been doing, setting up these streams up there and allowing us to be able to bring it to everyone here back home. So as we await, again, they're substituting the catcher. The catcher's been confirmed. The starting catcher being subbed out due to injury. How we got to this point? Well, you all saw when we traveled with them over to Hudson, they won had a great tournament over there. Got up here to Broadway, Virginia, and North Carolina lost to West Virginia and beat Tennessee. Viera Century beat South Carolina and lost to Virginia. So that is how these two squads got to where we are right here in this game. Pitch in the dirt for ball one. And the steal play worked. And there's another run for Century Viera. It's 4-0. Hey, any way you can get runs across the plate. Caden Doherty at bat. And that one will slip through the hole. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score, and Doherty will stay at first. So 2 more runs score, a 2 RBI single for Caden Doherty, and Century Viera now takes the lead 6-0. We got a pinch runner coming in for Caden Doherty. Next up to bat, Owen Staharzik. Swing and a miss at a pitch low. Runner will steal second on the catcher's indifference. And that ball will get away from the catcher. Down to third. On 2 straight pitches, pitches that got away. 2 bags have been taken. We are stat of the day after this pitch. That one high. So count is now 2-1. BSN stat Doherty is 2-0 in the mound in the past two tournaments and has 4 RBIs. And on that single by Owen Staharzik, that will bring in another run, an RBI single. And Suntry Viera now leads 7-0. Doherty pitched a 5-inning no-hitter in the opening game of state tournament play and really set the tone for that weekend. And Owen Staharzik Nick Cunningham up to bat, pops that one up to right field. And that will be the third and final out, but not before on the 2-out rally. Vieira Suntry brings in another 4 runs in the inning. We head to the bottom of 3 with your score, Suntry Vieira. Vieira Suntry, 7. North Carolina, 0. Thank you to John Park, who says North Carolina he's got North Carolina at 77 pitches. So a big inning there for Vieira Suntry. And look, we said it right here. They had an issue. If you were to nitpick, they had the issue of leaving a lot of runners on base. That time, they had bases loaded with 2 outs, and ended up bringing all 3 of those base runners home, and then an additional one. Get these runs any way you can. Wild pitch. 2 RBI single by Doherty. Owen Staharzik with an RBI single. All right. So Delgado is at 27 pitches. Delgado, first pitch in there for strike 1. And he is dealing strike 2. And that'll be a chopper over to second. Throw over to first for out number 1. Great job by Jensen stepping over, fielding that one cleanly over to Owen Staharzik for out number 1. We're at top 4. All right, as video signal, we're going to switch back over to as soon as Mr. Werkheiser fixes his stream again, we'll go right back to it. Little pitching strategies. We have a new pitcher in for Vieira Suntry. You know, and this could be some good strategy if it pays off. You know, having Dom available to pitch if they can win their 2 games today. Maybe you have him come in the next game. Maybe you have him available to pitch, you know, later on in the tournament. Kane Buchanan coming up for North Carolina. See if we can get a name of the new pitcher. Can't tell from this angle. And at first pitch, we'll get in for a single. First pitch swinging. And he gets on base. Waits. Fires. In the jet low for ball 1. And that one driven out to left field, and that'll drop for a single. Runners now on first and second for North Carolina. Jacoby Dale coming up for North Carolina. Runners on first and second, no outs. Todd Werkheiser is hard at work, and after this batter, we'll switch right over back to his stream. Swing and a miss for strike 1. And when we switch back over to his stream, I'll be able to get you the name of the pitcher. I cannot see the number from this particular stream. And another swing of the bat, contact made. That'll be a single. Bases now loaded for North Carolina. And we're going to go ahead and check here on Mr. Werkheiser's stream. All right, so they're having a conference there. And we have Mr. Werkheiser's stream back up and running. And Wendy Lopez, John Park both confirming it's Cammie Potts on the mound. And that one will get through. Oh, wow. What an out made. That was the final out of the inning. So North Carolina leaves the bases stranded. The bases loaded, strand all the runners. Great job by Vieira Suntry to get out of that jam. Cammy Potts on the mound. Mr. Werkheiser fixing the camera there. All right, and now back to call the next two innings, Alan Slaughterzinski.
All right, Caleb, thanks a lot there. Appreciate it. As Vieira Suntry Little League leads this 7-0 heading in to the top of inning number 5. Cammy Potts comes on and strands the bases loaded there. And as we battle back and forth with Todd Werkheiser and McDowell Little League, we want to thank McDowell Little League for, I'll tell you, that stream that they have has bailed us out a couple of different times here today when Todd's stream has gone down. But it is up and working, and a beautiful afternoon in Broadway, Virginia. Once again, the winner will advance to play at 3 o'clock, and right now, that's looking like Vieira Suntry Little League. The original lineup coming into this game was there on your screen. Obviously, Dom Delgado is out. Again, as you saw John Park allude to, a little bit of strategy there to save Dom if needed for Tuesday. And if he can win this game, and it looks like they are as Cammy Potts steps in, you got to feel good about going into that South Carolina game at 3 o'clock today. That'll be a strike to Cammy here in the top of the 5th inning. I tell you, Cammy has provided Brevard Sports Network some great memories. We called her first ever over-the-fence home run. I think it was 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. She got into a pitch, and she just didn't drop it over the wall. She nailed it. 1-1 to Potts. 2-1. The 2-1 to Potts. She swings, dribbler down to third base. That's fair. Up and over to first. They got her. Good play by the third baseman there to get Cammy Potts for the first out here in the top half of inning number 5. Game well in hand at the moment, but the other day, Vieira Suntry Little League led 7-1 over South Carolina, or 6-1, I think it was. And let them back in it. So got to put the finishing touches on this one as Mr. Brady Jensen steps in. Brady back in the first inning, a sack RBI. He scored Derek Galuzzi, who had tripled into the left center field gap, as that is ball 1 to Brady. And there's a ground ball to the third baseman who eats it up and over to first for 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. As the aforementioned Derek Galuzzi will step in, center fielder. Galuzzi today with triple and RBI. Start Galuzzi off with a strike there on the outside corner. 0-1. Beautiful day in Broadway. Temperature game time was 83. It felt like 88. And that'll be a ball, 1-1 to Derek. The 1-1. 2-1. South Carolina won 17-2 in the 9 o'clock game. They await the winner of this one at 3 o'clock today. There's a shot to the second baseman. One hops it up over to first for the third and final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Don't know if that'll give North Carolina any momentum at the plate, but we'll see coming up here in just a minute. I want to thank all of you for logging in, and of course we got signal issues there with Todd's stream. So AJ's pitch count for North Carolina is 88. He's got 7 left to go. 7 more pitches he can throw for North Carolina as the stream has come back up. Patience is a virtue. Cammy Potts comes back on to start the top, or check at the bottom of inning number 5. Once again, South Carolina won 17-2 earlier today. In case you missed it yesterday, our BSN play of the day right here on your screen. Brady Jensen with a diving play flips to Nick Cunningham, who fires over to first to Brady Kearns. Look at that catch by Jensen. Flips to Cunningham. Cunningham back over to first base for the rarely seen triple play. I think I saw a statistic. It's in the post. 780 triple plays have occurred in Major League Baseball since the late 1890s. The odds of turning a triple play are 1,400 to 1. And I can only imagine that would be even greater in Little League. But Brady Jensen with the dive yesterday caught 2 runners off, and Cunningham was there at the bag to get the runner running to third and then back to first, catching the runner nearly at second base. So good job by Viera Suntree Little League defense. Now, though they didn't get the win, still a heck of a play. I think Nate Burris has checked in. I just heard. Not sure where Nate is. Ball is lined foul. I interviewed Cammy Potts a couple of years ago and spoke to her about what her plans would be once she reached the high school level. Would it be baseball and softball? And eventually, at some point, she did tell me in that interview she would make the switch. There's a ground ball over to Caden Doherty. Doherty up, fires over to first for the out. She did tell me that there would be a switch to softball. I have to go back and watch the interview. I don't remember when that switch would be, whether it was some point in time. I believe she had told me it was in high school that she would make that switch. One out here in the – actually, you know what, Caleb? You had it right. It is the bottom of the 4th. The scoreboard says bottom 4. So, back that up. Just felt like it had been an inning longer. Yeah, Vieira opened it wide open, busted it wide open there. Potts. Be high for a ball. That ball is hit into left field. It'll drop in for a base hit. So North Carolina has a runner aboard with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. And Viera Suntree on top, 7-0. McDowell Little League out of Marion, North Carolina. I believe they said Abe Chowkin is at the plate, number 10. I definitely heard Abe. Not sure about the last name there. Shelton. Caleb's got those 25-year-old ears compared to the 52-year-old pair that are sitting right here. That doesn't mean he listens well. Trust me. I'm giving him a hard time. Potts kicks and fires. Swung on and fouled off. 0-1. One out here. I keep losing my outs up there. Doherty a 5-3 for the first out. Then the base hit. Now this batter. Bottom of the fourth. 7-0. I have to figure this mixer out because we're losing battery power on this. So we'll have to get that figured out. Yeah, I think we will make it through this game. If we can't, we'll just unplug and let's talk to the microphone there. Okay. One ball and I believe 2 strikes on the hitter. Popped out of play. Now I know there's definitely 2 strikes. Potts throwing strikes here. That's all you can ask. Let the guys behind you do the rest. If you can strike them out, great. But you got 8, 7 players behind you that are all-stars. Let them field the ball. They've proven time and time again in their 14 wins that they can certainly do that. Sometimes as a pitcher you get into, and I'll talk about that here coming up, swung on and fouled back. So Shelton battling Potts here. Sometimes as a pitcher you get into these at-bats like Cammy's involved in right now where you don't want to lay one in there, but you want to locate the pitch well and really hope the hitter puts it in play somewhere at one of your guys. If you don't think you can throw it by him, certainly you try, then that's the next best thing. Strike 3. What a curveball from Cammy Potts. That pitch had Shelton leaning backwards, and all he could do was watch it drop. 2 outs. Well, that's a beaut, Clark. Looked like one of those curveballs Nate Burris was throwing in the state championship game. Yeah, we've called a couple of them for Vsll Country Little League. A couple of years ago, we were privileged to be down there for their 12U team, the Little League team that is called, the one that plays in Williamsport. They would go on to Warner Robins, Georgia. Now, there is a team in this tournament, as that pitch is fouled off for strike 1. There is a team in this tournament, Loudon South Little League out of Virginia that we lost to yesterday, that not only has a team in the Junior Little League Championship, but their Little League team, their 12U team, is playing in Warner Robins. So think about that. You got the 12U team and the Junior League team both playing for regional championships. I think that high school baseball coach is feeling pretty good about his future. Potts with the 0-1. At the knees, strike 2, and Cammy Potts is throwing strikes. 2 outs. Bottom of the fourth. 7-0. Vsll Country Little League. The 0-2. Tried to drop one in there, but it doesn't break. Inside for a ball. 1-2 to the hitter. Potts with a quick move over to first and back in time. Staharsic, I believe, is over there. Did Nate Burris bat in the last half of the inning? No. The reason I asked because I thought I heard him say Burris in the game for Staharsic, but that looks like Owen down there at first to me. Well, that's Brady Kearns down there at first right now. Okay, so that looks like Brady Kearns at first to me. Coach Galuzzi with a tall allotment of first baseman. Staharsic, Kearns. That just misses. It looked like the umpire wanted to ring him up on that one. So Potts is going from 0-2 to 3-2 now. The runner will be off and going on the pitch. Bottom of the fourth, 7-0. The payoff pitch coming from Potts. He eyes the signal from Werkheiser. Werkheiser sets up the target. Potts rocks, kicks, and fires. Curveball is swung on. That was ball 4. Cammy catches a break. What do you think you did wrong over here?
I didn't plug the mixer in before we set up switcher.
I don't think that's it. But I'm up for anything. And they're going to ask, not sure where that one went, but the battle ensues between Potts and the McDowell Little League hitter out of North Carolina.
Kim Roscoe apparently liked your excellent movie quote.
What's that? That's one of my favorite movies. I love that quote. I'll throw it in every once in a while. Christmas Vacation. Well, runner, obviously, ball 4. That should be ball 4, right? Yeah. All right, now runners at first and second. And that's a Butte Clark, right? That's the one, yep. All right. Reed steps in. Pitch. And Reed, first pitch swinging, pops it up to the left fielder. I got it. Tracks Halls. Third and final out of the inning. So North Carolina has stranded 5 base runners in the last 2 innings as we get set to head to the top of inning number 5. Vieira Suntree Little League 7, North Carolina nothing.
I'm Marcus May, and you're watching Brevard Sports Network.
My man. Much thanks to Marcus May of the New Orleans Saints now. Former Holy Trinity product and West Melbourne football player. So 88 pitches for the pitcher for North Carolina. He's got 7 left. Now, if he gets to 95, he can finish the batter. So we'll see who's up here. As I know, Coach Galuzzi is going to start working in some of the subs as Brody Vogel steps in. Vogel was a starter. Again, here's a look at the original lineup. It was Jensen, Galuzzi, Vogel, Delgado, Werkheiser, Doherty, Stars, Cunningham, and Kean Crockett. So Vogel, the third batter in the order, looks at pitch number 89 coming from the North Carolina starter. Here it is, and it's a strike. 0-1 to Brody. The 0-1 upstairs. So Vieira Suntree Little League wins today. If they can win both of these games today, their next game would then come Tuesday. They would be off tomorrow. Swung on and missed for strike two. The live video signal. We'll keep it here. You can still hear it, but cannot see it. So we'll give it 30 seconds before we make the jump over. Sounds like an out there. Yeah, it sounds like an out. All right, let's take a jump over here, and let's go back to the other stream. So Dom Delgado will step in. Yeah, right. And we'll see if Todd, keep your eye on that bottom left-hand corner down there. That's where our camera is for Todd Werkheiser. And Delgado gets one into left field for a base hit. He'll round first, and Dom Delgado reaches. Just keep checking. Are you on the VSLL page? You got a request to join the group. Luca Bon Jovi will step in. I don't want to keep jumping. Okay, so the stream is down on the other page. So we'll keep it here until Todd gets that back up. Now, we'll do some research between games to figure out if South Carolina has somebody that'll be streaming the game as well. You can do friends and family broadcast. The one thing Little League asks you not to do is to Delgado's off and running. That throw will never get Dom. He had that base stolen quickly. Great jumps today by Vieira Suntree runners. Some of the best base runners and bunters I've seen at this age group. Big reason why they are at this level, have reached this level, I should say. It gets away, and Delgado checks up. 7-0 here, top of inning number 5. Waiting for Todd, and you can kind of tell Todd doesn't know the stream's out because he hasn't gone down to the device yet. Keep our eye on that. Outside for a strike. 1-2 to Luca Bon Jovi. Delgado, that ball is thrown into left field, and Dom Delgado plates the 8th Vieira run, forcing the throw from the catcher. And Dom Delgado steals second, steals third, scores on the overthrow. 8-0, Vieira Suntree Little League on top. And it's 2-2 to Luca. Luca will swing and miss for out number 2 here. As Zach Al-Rashi steps in. Tell you what, Zach had a heck of a state tournament game in where he stepped on the mound and came up with some clutch innings for VSLL, and that's going to do it for the North Carolina pitcher. We'll step away, and we'll be back here in just a moment. 8-0, Vieira Suntree.
Hi, this is Michelle Rycroft with Beach Wave Volleyball Club, and you're watching Brevard Sports Network.
Hey everybody, Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. For the best in local Space Coast sports coverage, log on to Facebook and follow us at Brevard Sports Network. If you're looking for top-notch youth, high school, and college coverage, once again, Brevard Sports Network on Facebook. You'll see interviews, broadcasts, game previews, game recaps. You'll see it all. Once again, Brevard Sports Network on Facebook.
Welcome back here to Broadway, Virginia, via Melbourne, Florida. Alan Slaughter-Zinski, Caleb Brown with you here for a day of baseball on the Brevard Sports Network. Vieira Suntree Little League looks to advance to the semifinals with 2 wins today. West Virginia team is 2-0. The Virginia team is 1-0. They sit and wait for winners from today. The Virginia team gets that bye as the host, I believe. As Zach Al-Rashi steps in. Zach, a left-handed bat, I believe. 2 outs here. 1 in. Top of the 5th. So good job by Vieira Suntree Little League. Worked the pitcher to 95 pitches through 4 2/3. Not a bad performance by the pitcher from North Carolina. His team played hard behind him, but they did make a couple of critical throwing errors. And Zach Al-Rashi steps in. The pitch, and Zach gets into one first pitch swinging to the second baseman, but it bounces off of him. The throw, they will not get the ball gets away, actually, from the first baseman. And Zach Al-Rashi with a 2-out. He'll reach, that's an error. So Zach will reach on an error, and stepping in now is going to be Brady Kearns. Brady Kearns, of course, his dad is Colin Kearns, and Brady and Colin, part of the Kennedy Middle School basketball team that won the middle school basketball championship this year. Congratulations to them. 1-0 to Brady. Another tall player for Coach Galuzzi. Pitch in the dirt, gets away. Al-Rashi will take second on the wild pitch, pass ball, whatever it's called. As soon as we're done, we'll get to work here on the graphics for the new game, the next game. I certainly hope that they give them at least an hour off between games. And there's Todd Werkheiser down there on the left-hand bottom portion of your screen getting the new feedback. So should be momentarily we'll be switching back over. We won't do it in the middle of the inning anymore. It's my fault. I asked Caleb to do that, and it creates confusion. So we'll wait between innings to do that. It just makes better sense and simpler that way. Two outs here, runner at second. They may have Al-Rashi picked off. Good move, throws. No, Al-Rashi gets under the tag at third base. Great hustle by Zach. They had him picked off. I thought it was the old fake move the second, but the pitcher cut it loose and caught Zach. And Zach just put his head down and took off for third, and he gets there. Good base running there. Well, not to get caught, but to get there. And Kearns chases a high one there for the third and final out of the inning. So, 1 run on no hits, 1 error, 1 left we head to the bottom of inning number 5, 8-0. Vieira Suntree Little. All right, Todd Werkheiser's got the stream back here on from the field level view, so we'll switch back to Todd Werkheiser here as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning with Vieira Suntree Little League well in control at the moment. They're on top 8-0. They got 2 in the first. They got 4. Was it 4? 4, 5. 4 in that third, and since have played it 2. There's a ground ball to Doherty, and that one, actually that's Delgado, and that'll be an error on Dom, as Dom didn't see that one all the way into the glove. An uncharacteristic mistake there by Dom, and the runner will reach. Cammy Potts comes back out to work the bottom half of the 5th inning. Vieira Suntree Little League they turned 3 double plays in the state tournament, and so far here in the Southeast Regionals have turned a triple play. So a runner at first, nobody out. Pitch, curveball, outside, ball 1. 1-0. That'll be a strike. 1-1. And there is a slow grounder foul off the curveball, and Potts is ahead of the hitter. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This is how broadcasters did games during the pandemic. They sat in their home studios and had the feed sent in, and this is exactly how they did it. Me personally, I don't care for it, but you know.
We do it because we have to now.
No, I mean I love the broadcasting aspect of it, but I mean there's nothing like being there, you know. I mean I would do this all day every day for every team in this county if this were the only way we could do it. Well, my point is to be there to see everything. That ball is popped foul, and no, it's not. It's popped up to, actually I was watching Werkheiser. That ball is popped up to the second baseman, who Brady Jensen, who hauls it in for the out. So Werkheiser fooled me there. And that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Exactly what I'm talking about. I'm watching Blaine Werkheiser. He looks up and back, and I thought the ball went off the bat over the screen, and there's Brady Jensen at second base hauling it in. So it can be difficult, but I love it. I'd broadcast cows in the Kentucky Derby if that's all we had to do. Right? So, a mound visit by Dave Jensen. I believe that's Coach Jensen out there. With one out here in the bottom of the fifth. Caleb Brown will be back for the fifth and the sixth, and I'll be back for the seventh inning. We are rotating in and out here today to get through two. These little league games can be nearly as long as high-scoring Major League Baseball affairs. So, boy, do we have a lot coming up this week. Tonight on Brevard Sports Network, we've got Dylan Rita, the Dylan Rita interview. Dylan's getting set to go play professional football over in Europe for a couple of weeks, so we sat down and spoke with him. We've got all kinds of volleyball teams coming in the studio, or had all kinds of volleyball teams coming in the studio. It's Satellite come in, of course, the interview with the Melbourne Four, I call them, the four seniors that won a state championship with the Melbourne softball team. Did an interview with them. All of that coming up this week. You also see new Melbourne girls basketball coach Colin Turry. It was always a fascinating conversation. We go one-on-one with him and my previews as Coach Galuzzi heads out to the mound. I think he's going to make a pitching change here. We did something interesting, and coming up tonight, I'm going to pre-record an interview for UCF football, but I talked to Scott Carter from Florida. I'll be talking to somebody from Tallahassee this week, and we're going to play all of those interviews for you at the end of this week where we preview the Florida Gators, the UCF Knights, the Florida State Seminoles, and the Miami Hurricanes, and we do it with a media expert out of that area. And it looks like Owen Staharczyk will take the mound for Vieira Suntree Little League. So we have a pitching change. As Owen completes his warm-up tosses. So Vieira Suntree Little League, as they did, we saw this in a game that they had over on the West Coast, and was they used 3 or 4 pitchers in a game. That was the game they trailed 9-3, and ended up scoring 6 runs in the final 2 innings, 7 runs in the final 2 innings, come back and win. So Owen Staharczyk is the new pitcher on the bump for Vieira Suntree Little League. They lead it 8-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 out, I believe. And the new batter, first pitch, Owen Simply beautiful on that one. 0-1. Yeah, that would be absolutely correct because Doherty would be on 4 days rest. So Caden Doherty would also be available Tuesday as well after throwing 95 pitches Friday. It's only 3 days rest. So 3 days rest. But it is why Dom Delgado was pulled out. You still got Nate Burris. Nate Burris pitched 2 innings of 1-2-3 ball yesterday. So you've got to, you've got a lot of arms on this team. Staharzik's 2-strike offering is outside for a ball, so it'll be 1-2 with 1 out here. In the bottom of inning number 5. Ball is popped up, and out of play. Staharzik. That's a beaut. And 2 outs on the curveball. A.J. Mackey steps in. I don't think you care about that runner at first. Nice job there by Luca Bon Jovi, who is now behind the dish catching. So it's the battery duo of Staharzik and Bon Jovi back there. That'll be a strike. When this thing right here gets to 10, just unplug this and just plug it up. Just project yourself. Because this picks up fine. There's a grounder foul. So Owen is ahead of Mackey, 0-2 here in the bottom of inning number 5. I want you saying that. Caleb Brown will be coming up to call the 6th inning for you. I'll be back for the 7th. Here's the pitch. Curveball is grounded down to third. And no, won't be a play there. And safe. Tough play for Dom Delgado there. So runners at first and second now with 2 outs. That's a long throw across that field, especially where that ball was picked up. So to me, it looks like Luca Bon Jovi is catching. I'm not sure who's at first there. Is it Kearns still? Could be Kearns. Jensen at second. It looks like Nick Cunningham at short, maybe. Pitch. There's another shot. And that ball gets down the left field line, fair, around third base, and on to score the first North Carolina run. Is number 15. And North Carolina here in the bottom of the 5th now with runners at second and third on a double down the line has scored their first run. Still 2 outs in the inning, so nothing to panic about. First base is open. That'll be high for ball one. Situation Vsll Little League got themselves in the other day was South Carolina inched their way back into it. Before you knew it, the tying run was on deck. Swung on and missed. Strike one. So really what you want to do here is just concentrate and focus if you're owing on the batter, just the batter. Those 2 runs out there are not going to hurt you. All right, so you don't worry about them. And apparently he's not. He's working from the windup here. The pitch outside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now with 2 outs here in the bottom of inning number 5. 1 run is in the inning. The 2-1, that's a strike. So deuces wild for real. 2 on, 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 4 deuces on the table. What will the turn card pitch be from number 7, Owen Starsik? It's 7-8 here. Owen rocks, kicks, and fires. Curveball fouled off and back to the screen, and we'll do it all over again. Popped up, playable, and caught for the 3rd and final out. So North Carolina does get 1 run. They strand 2 more runners. That's 7 runners in scoring position they've stranded in this one. We head to the top of the 6th inning. Vsll Little League 8, North Carolina 1. We'll turn it back over to the man, the myth, the living legend.
All right, we come back here to the top of the 6th inning. First to lead off the inning for Vsll, number 99, Nick Cunningham. Cunningham awaits the first pitch. That is low for ball 1. All right, we're going to wait 30 seconds here. Is there a signal? Wait a quick 30 seconds. Huh. Well, it seems both streams are now having video signal issues, so give me a second. Let's see if we can reload. Again, coming up, winner of this game, should Vieira Suntry be able to keep a hold of their lead, they will play at approximately 3 o'clock. Stand by for stream difficulties. Todd Werkheiser working very hard to get us our stream back. All right, so their stream is still down. And the winner of this game advances to play South Carolina. Approximately somewhere, I'm guessing, near 3 o'clock. You know, hopefully they give the kids a good, 45 minutes to an hour rest. John Park says Nick is on second. Kian just walked to first with so far Vieira Suntry with 2 on, no out. Thank you for the updates from John Park. Haha, and we are back. Get you back on the screen here. Be strike one. 1 out. And that one will be fouled off. The 0-2. That one low in the dirt for ball one. Derek Galuzzi at bat. And they're going to try to steal third. And it sounds like he's going to be safe. So runners on the corners now. Strikeout by Galuzzi, bringing up Vogel with 2 outs, runners on the corners. As he looks at strike 1. Vogel looks at that one. Count is 1-1. 2 outs, runners on the corners. Low for ball 2. Here in the top of the 6th. 3-1 the count. And that one will be popped up. And they will make the throw over for out number 3. So Vieira Sundry leaves 2 runners stranded as we head to the bottom of 6 with your score. Vieira Sundry 8, North Carolina 1. Let's thank everyone watching here on the Brevard Sports Network. Again, if Vieira Sundry can pick up this win here and keep their lead, they would advance to play South Carolina, who they've already beaten once in this tournament. So you like the feeling going in there. Of course, first things first, got to put the polish on this one. Six more outs is what Vieira Sundry needs. 6 more outs. Kicks, fires, and that one will be driven foul down the third baseline. Staharzik kicks, and that one is ball 2 or ball 1. The 1-1. That's ball 2. And more signal issues. Gonna give it a chance. See if McDowell here has gone back live. Nope. I think, I think the music definitely has something to do with that one because that live was only up for 7 minutes. South Carolina. In case you missed it earlier, show you our play of the day we had yesterday. I mean, just a great triple play. Find it real quick. Or not, we got right here. We got the stream back. While we were gone, 2 outs have occurred. Thank you, John Park, for keeping us updated. Staharzik. That's a ball. Swing, and that one will be a dribbler up the middle, and we'll get in there for a single. Runner on first. Caden from North Carolina comes up to bat. That one will be popped up. Luca Bon Jovi watches that one go out of play. Strike one. Runner on first. 2 outs. Staharzik tries to pick off the runner at first. You know, I'm not sure you go after that runner because, again, that runner doesn't hurt you. Just go get the batter here. Strike 2. Staharzik on the 0-2. Strike 3. And we head to the top of the 7th as North Carolina strands the runner on first. We head to the top of the 7th with your score. Vieira Century Little League 8, North Carolina 1.
that sound. All right, final 3 outs coming up here. Did you unmute it?
I did.
When?
Maybe when I took over.
So, Staharsik here in the bottom of the 7th, North Carolina down to their final 3 outs here. And it'll be 2-0 to the batter. 1-0. Check that. 1-0. Popped up. And this time, Luca Bon Jovi watches it go out of play. I've got 1-1 to the hitter. Swung on and missed the tomahawk swing. And strike 2. Chased 1. So Owen gets a gift. Can he finish it off here and get the first out in the bottom of the 7th inning? 8-1. Vieira Country Little League on top. And there's a base hit that just gets over the head of Brady Jensen and a leadoff single now. I'll go back and see if I don't think anybody heard you. I think you muted yourself for 2 innings. 3 innings. You live and learn. So a runner at first with nobody out here. This is A.J. Mackey at the plate. And he's looking to send that one to the mountaintop and swings over the top and misses for strike 1. So they hold on to this 7-run lead, which feeling pretty comfortable in the fact that they will. It'll be South Carolina, Irmo Little League coming up at 3 o'clock today. That one hit him. And now runners at first and second. We might be getting ahead of ourselves here. That one hit him on the wrist, I think. Come on, guys. You just got to throw strikes and get out of this. That got him on the hand somewhere. And you know what? I don't think it. I think that's going to be a strike. It's a foul ball. Okay. So that's terrible for the batter. So Owen stays ahead 0-2. And no effects there as he hits this one deep into left field. Back, it'll drop into the fence around second and on his way to third is the leadoff hitter. And stopping at third base. Or is he going to try it? No. Luca. So second and third now on the long double. And that hurt. That hand still hurt. So nobody out here. Runners at second and third. 8-1. You didn't turn your phone up at all just to check.
I saw the whatchamacallit, the
Don't listen to it. Hear it. Pitch. Swung on and Mr. Foul. Strike one. So Owen got ahead of the last batter, and that was a long ball he hit there over the left fielder's head. Ground ball down the third base line. Delgado comes. Oh, they got him in a pickle. And Luca Bon Jovi, they got him in second, too. Are they going to turn two? Nope, threw the ball away. Had a chance at a double play, but they do get the runner on the way to the plate. Big out there to cut it off. Nice play by Dom Delgado down at third. I believe he backhanded that. Immediately fired home to Luca Bon Jovi, who took off towards the runner. Had the guy at second, but just let it get away from him. Got excited there. That was close to being another triple play. So now one out here with runners at first and second. And North Carolina, who has stranded 7 base runners in scoring position today, gets one thrown out at the plate. This game, 2 hours and 46 minutes long. 2 hours and 40. And this time, Owen fakes the throw back to second. It's a long game. Popped up and out of play. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bottom 7. 8-1. We are Suntree Little League on top here. All I can tell you is it missed. 2-1. Don't ask me where. Maybe high. The 2-1 coming. Inside, ball 3. Lost that. No, I'm not worried about that. Just go put that on the charger. Pitch. Strike. 3-2. Make sure it goes on correctly. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Slow ground ball to second baseman. Short hops and gets past him. That'll be an error. Another North Carolina run will score on his way to third, and that run will get in there, or that runner will get in there. So it's first and third now as the second run has crossed. And you start to think, well, we're okay, right? But then before you know it, there's 4 runs across, and all of a sudden, still just 1 out. So you gotta buckle down here. This is where you've got to finish. You've got to finish this. Not only that, but you're getting ready to play at 3 o'clock. You know, you got to concentrate and focus. And let's get out of here. The other team is resting. They played at 9 o'clock this morning. They've had 2 hours and 15 minutes of rest time. Vsll Suntree Little League's going to have to go right back at it. So can't hurt yourself by throwing balls away. And inside, Bon Jovi fakes the throw. He'll get the stolen base on the catcher's indifference. So now second and third with just 1 out. First base open. 1 ball to the batter. This was the situation the other day with South Carolina.
You're talking also pitching, you're talking, pitch counting here.
Well, Owen's not one of those. So he's eating innings right now is what Owen's doing with a 6-run lead. You're grateful to have an arm like Owen out there to be able to do this. But I don't think pitch count is a concern. 2 hours and 50 minutes into this one as the Bon Jovi takes a shot down. That's a walk, so now bases are loaded here with just 1 out. And I don't know that I'd go throwing the ball down trying to pick a runner off either. That ball gets away and rolls all the way down that third base line. That's 2 runs, and it's 8-4. Luke is going to take a timeout and go out and talk to Owen, or here comes Dave Jensen out to talk to everybody. He's going to settle them down, tell them, guys, come on, let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's finish this. Of course the signal would drop. I won't waste any time whatsoever here. If that signal's not back up in 15 seconds, then we're going to immediately jump over to the other stream.
The other stream's down.
Is it? Okay. Check it again. There it is. So I don't know where we are here. Yeah, here we are. We're back here. Bases loaded. Keep your eye on the other one.
Yep.
That'll be high for a ball. No place to put this batter. Bases juiced, 1 out, 1 in here. There's a ground ball over to second for 1. Well, I guess that's it. We missed something somewhere, but that's it. All right, so I don't know what we missed, but apparently between switching back from the streams, we missed an out somewhere, somehow. But that's the end of the game. Vieira Suntree gets the win, and that's the danger you play in broadcasting from someplace else. But anyway, there you see them on your screen. Vieira Suntree Little League gets the win. I would suppose 8-2, and we'll be back at 3 o'clock or thereabouts at 3 o'clock with the second game of the day. So for Caleb Brown, I'm Alan Slaughterzinski. Once again, your final score: Vieira Suntree Little League 8, North Carolina 2. We'll see you in about 45 minutes.